All right, welcome back. New episode. Episode 46, liar. Now, it sounds like a pretty harsh accusation, but the reality for many people is that it's true. We are liars. We tell stories, lies to ourselves to justify actions that don't serve us, actions that keep us stuck, because it's easier and it feels familiar. And we can understand that. We're comfortable with it, even though we know we don't necessarily like it. Because it's very easy to be comfortable but not like something, which is mind-blowingly illogical. But as I've said many times before, we're not run by logic. We are run by emotion. We respond to emotion, which is why we get stuck, because we try to use logic to find a solution, and that's not how it works. But here's the truth, one that many people don't like. You can have results or you can have excuses. You can have results or you can stay stuck believing your own lies, even though deep down you know that they're not serving you. They're not pushing you forwards. They're not giving you that prosperous life that you want and that you deserve. Because there's a big difference between treating yourself with kindness and settling for your own bullshit. Because when you lie to yourself, you start supporting the lie with your actions. You justify doing things that you know don't move you closer to your goal because they're aligned with the lie that you're telling yourself. Unfortunately, sometimes the kindest thing isn't always the easiest. When you let yourself quit because you don't feel good about something, you're going to find yourself on the fast track to nowhere. You find yourself justifying the lie and finding a reason to quit. It's okay to allow yourself space, compassion, that's a requirement. You're going to need that along the way. There are going to be times where you need to stop and course correct and settle in and take some time. And it's not about beating yourself up or wallowing in the struggle. It's about recognizing what is good for you and what isn't within the context of what you really want out of your life. It's about training yourself to think and feel in a way that allows you to take those bad days, because you're going to have them, and then work past them and not fall into the pit of lies and not fall into the stories and then start supporting those stories with your actions just to justify them. Because we have this wonderful way of proving ourselves right, because we like to be right. It's a human desire to be right and to be thought of as intelligent and to be of status. And part of having status and intelligence is being right. So if I believe something, if I believe the lie I'm telling myself, I'm going to justify it. I'm going to make it real with my actions, even if they don't align with what I really want, even if they take me further from my goal. Doesn't matter, because I'm right. Being right ain't always right. It's the difference between the people who actually achieve incredible things in their lives and live a life where they feel powerful and purposeful and peaceful within themselves, and those that don't. So have some self-respect and stop lying. There's giving yourself a break, some space to breathe, and then there's getting lost in the stories and the lies. Is this making sense? Those of you that are up here now watching, let me know if this is making sense. I know there's a couple of you watching. It doesn't tell me who is watching for some reason, because Facebook is a bit slow today. But if you're watching, let me know if this is making sense, please, guys. And drop your names in so I can see who's watching as well. At some point, we've all lied to ourselves, and we've all been there. So I know this is going to be hitting a nerve somewhere. And you know how it ends. It ends with you being stuck, and you end up a prisoner in those stories, and you repeat the cycle round and round and round. Lie, action, justification. If you can let go of the lie, then you find the freedom. If you let go of the lie, you find the progress. If we go back to the 4 stages of change model, which you've heard me talk about a million times before, we know that it becomes a case of acknowledging the lie, which we can all do. We all know when it's a lie. Accepting it from a place of love and self-respect, and then using that to aspire for something better something that we can then align our new actions with instead of falling back into the old patterns. Most people can acknowledge the lie. They know it's there because they feel it, but then they can't do anything about it. They won't accept it. They won't push for more. They won't change their actions. Because we know when we lie to ourselves, it doesn't feel good. We can feel it in here. And we know that it's easier to hide away and to mask it with some kind of state shifting behavior, some bullshit action that makes us feel a bit better about the fact that we've just lied to ourselves. It's like putting a plaster on it, pretending it ain't there, but it's there. The kicker is that what makes you feel better isn't always what you need. And your feelings around that will always tell you the truth. They'll help you acknowledge it. But it's on you to do the work to accept it, to create the aspirations, and then to go out and take the new actions. But it all starts with acknowledging the lie. So your call to action today is simple. If this in any way resonates with you, if it hits a sore point, if it makes you uncomfortable, drop me a DM. Drop me a DM and we'll talk.